Coming up on today's video, a look at some new Blu-rays and a Disney YouTuber tier list. Let's get into it. What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video here from Thomsons House of Mouse. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some awesome stuff. We're going to start off by taking a look at a new lot of Blu-rays and 4Ks that I was able to acquire. And I'm going to be going through a haul of that, and then we're going to be looking at some of my favorite Disney YouTubers, specifically all of the ones that I'm subscribed to, and I'm going to be arranging them in a tier list, creating a ranking of my Disney YouTubers that I watch, and hopefully you guys can find some that you guys enjoy along with me. So let's get into that haul. Alright guys, as I said, we are going to be starting off today's video with a new physical media haul. This is a lot of Blu-rays and one 4K that I recently purchased, and they're Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars, so something fun to look at. And I'm gonna shuffle them up real quick, and we are gonna start. Alright, so starting off right here, we have a Blu-ray copy of all of the original trilogy of the Star Wars films. I do have all of these on Blu-ray already, but the discs are pretty scratched, and some of them skip. So I wanted to get a new, clean copy. So these discs are they're in great condition. I want to show you A New Hope here. There is no visible scratching, no fingerprinting. Hello. And this is this disc. So this is like one with the kind of like a book, like you turn the page and you get to those. So that is the first Blu-ray I purchased. And then we have episodes 1, 2, and 3 on Blu-ray, and move this because it's wanting to focus on that. Episodes 1, 2, and 3 on Blu-ray and DVD. So we got the Blu-rays up front here. And I guess, they're grouped together. That's kind of nice. So yeah, we have all episodes 1, 2, and 3. I'm actually going to be going to see episode 3 in theaters next week, and I'll have a reaction video out for you guys and doing it on a double feature with the new Snow White. So I'm looking forward to seeing both of those. And then next up, we have the 4K. This is a 4K and Blu-ray copy of Spider-Man Far From Home. I do not have a 4K player, but it's something I'm looking at getting. I've been looking on Marketplace because they are rather expensive. But I do want to get a 4K player just because I'm trying to transition back towards more physical media, just because I don't love the direction that the streaming industry is going. Really, I feel like the only true streaming that you need is the Disney bundle, because you get Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and maybe Netflix. I think there's a lot of filler out there that can be consolidated. So this is the Blu-ray copies. This is what I'll watch, and then a 4K. If I get a 4K player, that's what I'd watch there. And now we have our only Disney Animation Studios one, the collector's edition of Big Hero 6. In here, it is Blu-ray and DVD, both in stellar condition. So you can see no scratches there. And then let's check the Blu-ray. I think that's just a hair. Yep. This one's also in pretty stellar condition. And then finally, probably my favorite Star Wars film from the Disney era, Rogue One. I actually don't own this one physically, so it was a good one to pick up. And we've got Rogue One on Blu-ray, Rogue One on DVD, and then behind the Blu-ray, we have the Rogue One bonus disc, which I believe is a DVD. No, a Blu-ray bonus. That's cool. So that is my physical media haul. I was able to pick these up from a friend. I was able to get them for a pretty low price, so I'm glad to be able to add to the collection. I'm hoping to do a VHS/physical media collection video showing off that collection sometime in the near future. But let's get into our second half of the video, which is a very exciting tier list. Alright guys, that was an awesome look at those new pieces of physical media, and now we're going to get into this Disney YouTuber tier list. Let's do it. Alright guys, let's get started on this Disney YouTuber tier list. Here is all of the YouTubers that we are going to be looking at today, and let's get into it. We're starting off, I ranked them from most subscribers to least subscribers, and so we're starting off, unfortunately, the least subscribed spot is myself. I think my channel's awesome, guys. I think it's great, but obviously, all jokes aside, well, that's not a joke. I do think the channel's awesome, and I think we're going places, but I think right now I'm probably sitting in B tier. I think this channel has real potential, and I really enjoy doing it for you guys. but I also know that there's a lot of room to improve, and that it's a tough business, and me growing is not guaranteed. It's definitely something I have to work for, but I think I have a lot of potential, and I think that my content is quality and well thought out, and I know I work hard on my videos. So I'm placing myself in B tier, and I have 38 subscribers, so that is the subscriber count. And now coming in with 897 subscribers is Max Illuminary. He makes some really fun Lorcana content, and he's just a really genuine guy. I've interacted with him a bit through Discord, in the official Lorcana server, and in DigitalLink, who's another server, his server. He's very active in there, so he's always bringing fun things to the conversation with everyone in that server, and his videos are really good. So I'm also going to throw Max Illuminary in B tier. Living Lorcana is another one of my favorite Lorcana YouTubers. His video quality is like not 4K, it's very much HD, which is kind of a downside to his videos, but seems like a really nice guy, and his content is really enjoyable, but I think quality-wise, there's a bit to go. He does have 1.4 thousand subscribers, but we are going to place him in C tier. But once again, all love for all these guys. If it was up to me, they'd all be in S tier, but this is pretty much a breakdown of what I think are S tier YouTubers into like a sub tier. And the next is DL Weekly Podcast. This isn't really a YouTube channel, but they do have a channel, and they have 1.4 thousand subscribers. They're a podcast. I was actually a guest on this podcast back in 2021. I'll link that episode in the description below. But they have been posting like weekly content. I don't think they've ever missed a week. They miss like a couple episodes here and there, but they always post like some sort of bonus content to make up for that week. So DL Weekly is probably our first S tier channel. They've been consistent since 2017 with weekly podcasts, and they're great and they're awesome. So DL Weekly is going in S tier. Next up is DigitalLink, probably my favorite Lorcana YouTuber. His videos are really high quality, and he just does a great job with his videos, and he's really engaging to watch, and I'm going to throw him in A tier. And he has 3.5 thousand subscribers. Okay, next up is That Tracks Podcast. So this is another podcast, but they do video feed. And this podcast actually is no longer running. They stopped a couple of months ago. But this is the Tim Tracker, who's a Disney YouTuber who's on this list. And the Theme Park Dad, Nick, this is their podcast that they had. And I loved this podcast. It ran for just over a year, and it was really enjoyable. And they were able to rack up 32.5 thousand subscribers. So they were definitely able to grow. But again, since the podcast is no longer going, it's going to go into C tier. Next up is Walt Disney Imagineering, coming in at 120,000 subscribers. I really enjoy the content that they make, but I feel like the videos are few and far between. I aspire to be an Imagineer someday, so these videos are really inspiring, and they're just like really entertaining and fun to watch. And I learned a lot from them. So they are going to go into B tier just because they don't upload as frequently, but obviously Walt Disney Imagineering is a subsidiary of Disney because like they design the theme parks. But I really enjoy their content, but the videos, as I said, are few and far between, which makes them a pretty solid B tier, maybe A tier. The next up is Princess Shannon. Shannon makes Disney Pins content along with her husband. And they make Disney Pins content where they go and they trade pins, and they go to different thrift stores looking for pins, and they go into the parks quite often to get new pin drops and mystery bags, and they open the mystery bags on the channel. It's really fun, like whimsical pin content, and they upload really frequently. Princess Shannon is going into A tier. Next up, and Princess Shannon has 172,000 subscribers. Alright, next up is Fresh Baked. Fresh Baked is a Disneyland-centric channel, and he goes to the parks a couple times a week and films content, stuff like state-of-the-park videos and construction updates, and they are really fun videos. He's also been posting consistently for almost 10 years, so he is a really good Disneyland YouTuber. I think he's pretty underappreciated. I feel like with how long he's been doing it and the quality of his videos, I feel like he should at least be at 500k. So let's go boost him. Tell your friends about Fresh Baked, and he makes some great content. So Fresh Baked, A tier. Next up is Ordinary Adventures. Ordinary Adventures is awesome. It is a travel channel, and the cinematography on this channel is exceptional. one of them was actually the creator of the Slash Film website, so he has a lot of film experience. So the cinematography is really exceptional on this channel, and they post really consistently. Not as consistently as like some channels, but when they do post, their videos are insane quality, and they just have some really fun video ideas as well. So they are going into S tier. Next up is probably my favorite Disney YouTuber, and that is the Tim Tracker. The Tim Tracker does Disney content, Universal content, and also what he calls home vlogs. It's him and his wife Jen and their 2 kids, and they are awesome. I've been watching them consistently, like almost daily since 2019, and they're just a really fun channel. They make very wholesome content, and I think that they're really real. And they actually have a lot of people on the internet that go after them, and I just think it's because people are jealous that they get to make their money by like hanging out with their kids and going to theme parks and making content. So I think that they're awesome. I think that their videos are great, and I think that they are definitely S tier. Oh, and they have got almost 1,915,000 subscribers, and Ordinary Adventures has got 417,000 subscribers. All right, next up is the Muppets YouTube channel. This is the official channel of the Muppets. They don't post much, but when they do, it's fun. They have 1.25 million subscribers. The only reason they're on this list is because I do subscribe to them, but I rarely watch the content. If I'm going to consume Muppets content, it's usually watching a movie or one of the Disney Plus shows, but I love the Muppets. I love the Muppets. So the Muppets YouTube channel is going into C tier. And you know what? Because of the way that this is stacking up, I'm going to move myself down to C tier just because I don't think I'm better than Living Lorcana or That Tracks yet. I will get there. But I do think that my content, I post more frequently, and my content, I think, is more Disney-centric than the Muppets. But that I do love the Muppets. I still love watching the Muppets, and of course the Muppets are better than me in the grand scheme of things. As of now, I'm getting there. But I think for the sake of the tier list, I'm going to put myself right in front of them. After this, we are going to go through and arrange all of it. And now, second to last, coming in at 1.91 million subscribers, is TPM Vids. TPM stands for Theme Parks and More. But really, it's mostly theme parks and mostly Disney content. And TPM's great. He's been posting for such a long time, probably 10 years at this point. And he makes videos every other Sunday, and they are awesome. They're great videos, and they're really high quality. He does a lot of top 10 lists and breakdowns and some high-quality ride-throughs. So I really enjoy his content, and he is definitely one of the biggest Disney YouTubers out there, so he is going in S tier. And now, finally, the behemoth themselves, Disney. So Disney is coming in at 6.12 million subscribers, the most subscribers of anyone on this list by far. However, Disney's content is mostly just commercials or promotional videos, and there's not like a ton of real content on there. But because of they're making Powerline Max their profile photo for the 30th anniversary of a Goofy movie, earns them a solid B tier. So now that we have all of these guys, they're all organized in the tier list, we are going to go down and break down them in like a coherent ranking so I can officially rank my favorite Disney YouTubers. We're going to start off with S tier here. I think Tim Tracker is definitely going in the front spot. I love Tim Tracker. I love his content. DL Weekly would be in a front spot, but because they are technically a podcast, I don't think that they can be in the front spot of a Disney YouTuber. And then next up, I gotta throw TPM Vids over there. I love TPM Vids content, and it's just a joy to watch. And then next up is DL Weekly, just because I love the podcast, and I've been a guest on the podcast, which is cool. And then also here we have Ordinary Adventures, and they are gonna go here at the back of S tier. Still an awesome channel, and obviously still S tier. I guess the S of S tier. And they're just gonna go right there. And now that we are into A tier, I'm going to rearrange this. So Fresh Baked is definitely the top of A tier just because of how great his content is and how much he posts, and like it being Disneyland Central. Disneyland's my favorite theme park, so that is why I chose to do him there. And next, we're going to go Princess Shannon just because I enjoy Disney Pins content slightly more than Lorcana content for right now. I do still really enjoy Lorcana content, but for right now, this is what we're going to be going with. And then Digital Ink here, sitting in the back of A tier, still obviously a great YouTuber, still love his content. And I'm going to go ahead for B tier, not much of a change here. I'm just going to throw Max Illuminary in between Disney and Walt Disney Imagineering, because I enjoy Walt Disney Imagineering's like type of content more, but Max Illuminary still posts more genuine content and posts more often. with like long form videos than Disney does. And now down into C tier, Living Lorcana, I think is going to go slightly behind that tracks, but it's still definitely a great channel. I really enjoy Living Lorcana. Shout out Living Lorcana. Definitely go check them out because it's very feels like family and wholesome, and you can see how much effort he puts in. You know what? We're going to move Living Lorcana up to B tier right there. Last minute decision, but I think it's where Living Lorcana belongs. And then we have here in C tier, That Tracks with Tim and Nick, Thomsons House of Mouse, and The Muppets. So this is how the tier list is looking right now, but I'll guarantee you one thing. I'm going to give it 1.5 years. Top ass tier. Maybe behind Tim Tracker, but maybe in front of him, who knows. But for now, I'm sitting down here in C tier, so I got a lot of work to do, and the way you guys can help me with that is by subscribing to the channel, sharing it with your Disney pals, and just continuing to watch and like the videos. And it's just awesome. Remember to hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon, have a great rest of your day, and live the magic.